I spent 17 years walking into industrial facilities, oil refineries, pharmaceutical plants, high voltage substations, and my job was to see what everyone else had stopped noticing. That's called loss control. And today I want to do that for you, for something almost nobody in our space is talking about clearly yet. In the last 30 days, humanoid robots crossed a threshold, not a headline, not a product launch, a threshold. Unitree's G1 is now performing maintenance tasks autonomously in Chinese factories. Figure's robot just completed a full object sort and transfer loop without a single human correction. 1X Technologies Neo is being deployed in real homes in Norway, not a lab, not a demo, homes. And here's what caught my attention, the same way a pressure relief valve with the wrong set point catches my attention. Most of the conversation online is either hype or fear. Very little of it is useful. Very little of it asks, what do I need to be paying attention to right now so I'm not caught off guard in 12 months? That's what this channel is for. And today we're going to go deeper than we ever have, because I've got 5 things to share with you. And by the end, you're going to see a path that most people will completely miss.
There's a story I keep returning to. You've probably heard a version of it. In the 1800s, a Luddite weaver in England watched a mechanical loom replace the work of 20 skilled hands. The fear was real. The grief was real. The displacement was real. And yet, and this is the part we forget, the women who learned to operate those looms, who brought their attention, their care, their human discernment to the machine, they didn't just survive the transition. Many of them became the most valued people in the entire operation. The machine was powerful, but it wasn't aware. It couldn't breathe into a problem. It couldn't notice when something felt wrong before the numbers said so. That capacity, attention, breath, intention, that is not what's being automated. That's what's becoming more valuable. I want you to sit with that for a moment. Because what we're watching with Atlas and Digit and Apptronik Apollo isn't the end of human relevance. It's actually a kind of clarifying fire. It's burning away the tasks that were never the deepest expression of what we are and leaving behind something essential. So before you go into the next segment, I want to ask you one thing. Take one breath, a real one. In through the nose, hold, and release. That is the technology no robot has yet. That's your edge. And it's also your anchor when everything is changing faster than you can track.
Let me be direct with you because that's what I always tried to be when I was writing risk assessments for 8-figure facilities. Clarity saves money, clarity saves time, and right now there is a window of clarity available to us that will not stay open. Here's the question I've been working on. Can a small, bootstrapped community, people like us, using free tools, using YouTube, using crowdfunding, can we actually get access to AI-robot collaboration before this technology is locked up behind corporate walls? And the answer is yes, but only if we're precise about the path. Tier 1 is community capital. That's us, right now. Every subscriber, every Buy Me a Coffee supporter, every person who shares a video, that's not just engagement, that's a resource pool. Crowdfunding platforms like GoFundMe, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee aren't charity. They're pre-investment. When you support this channel, you're funding the research, the testing, the early access, and you'll be the first to benefit from what we find. Tier 2 is access leverage. Companies like Unitree, 1X, and Agility Robotics have developer programs. They want early adopters, they want use case stories. A YouTube channel with 1,000 engaged intentional subscribers is actually more interesting to some of these companies than a solo developer with a check, because you bring attention, and attention, as we keep saying, is the real currency. Tier 3 is co-creation. The goal isn't to own a robot. The goal is to be in relationship with a robot team that's working for our community's interests, content creation, research, real-world demonstrations, funded by the community that benefits from it. This is a crowd-funded AI robot research team, and it starts here, with this video, with your comment, with your support, seriously. Which robot platform are you most curious about? G1, Atlas, Figure 3, Neo? Comment the name, and I'll do a deep dive dedicated video on the top vote getter this week.
There's a concept in contemplative traditions called precognition, not the Hollywood version, not ESP, the real version. It's the practice of consciously orienting your attention toward what is becoming rather than reacting to what already is. Indigenous wisdom keepers, Tibetan monks, and interestingly enough, top risk engineers all share this practice. You look at a system and you ask, what is this becoming? Not what is it now? What is it becoming? I've been sitting with that question about humanoid robots, and here's what I'm sensing. And I want to say sensing deliberately because this isn't just analysis. These machines are becoming companions, they're becoming caregivers. In Japan, where the elder care crisis has already arrived, robots from companies like Toyota and Sony are already helping people maintain dignity in their aging. That's not science fiction, that happened last Tuesday. But here's what precognitive awareness is asking us to prepare for. When a robot can hold a conversation, help with medication, provide physical assistance, and remember every preference you've ever expressed, the question of what constitutes human connection is going to get very, very interesting. And that's not a threat to be afraid of. It's an invitation to go deeper into what we offer that is genuinely ours, warmth that is freely chosen, presence that is embodied, intention that is spiritually sourced. That is what heals. That is what awakens. And no automation schedule, however brilliant, changes that. I want to know, what human quality do you believe is completely irreplaceable, even by the most advanced AI? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and the most profound answer is going into our next community post.
We've covered a lot of ground today. Let me bring it home with the clarity I promised you at the start. The humanoid robot landscape, G1, Optimus, Atlas, Neo, Figure 3, Digit, Apollo, is not a spectator sport anymore. The companies building these platforms need community feedback. They need early adopters, they need storytellers, they need us, and we need each other. Because the honest truth is this: no solo creator, no single engineer, no individual investor captures this opportunity alone. The people who will navigate this transition most powerfully are the ones who build real communities around shared attention, shared intention, and shared resources. That's what we're doing here. That's what every video, every comment, every coffee you buy us on Buy Me a Coffee is building toward. A community-funded, community-guided AI and robotics research project, with you as a founding contributor, not a passive viewer. Here's your action list. It takes less than 2 minutes. 1. Subscribe if you haven't. This channel is growing because of people who share it with one person who needs it. 2. Drop a comment with your robot vote or your irreplaceable human quality. Engagement keeps this channel in the algorithm, which means more people find this perspective. And we need more people finding this perspective. 3. If this video added real value to your thinking, our Buy Me a Coffee link is in the description. Every contribution directly funds the next level of research, and the people who support early are the people we'll be thanking publicly when this community reaches its goals. And 4, breathe. Genuinely, because Pamela is right. That's the technology that compounds. Attention, breath, intention. In every moment of change, those 3 things are your orientation system. Use them. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.